What happened when my ex threw away his father during our divorce? I found out my husband was cheating with a woman from his office. When I confronted him, he admitted everything and said he wanted a divorce. While we were arguing, his father, Walter, walked into the kitchen. The moment he realized what was happening, he told his son he was making a terrible mistake. Walter begged him not to throw away his wife and son for an affair. My husband hated being criticized. The argument got worse until Walter finally said, "One day, you're going to regret this." That's when my husband completely lost his temper. He pointed at the door and yelled, "If you think I'm so wrong, then go live with her. Get out of my house." Walter looked heartbroken. Without another word, he grabbed his coat and left. A few weeks later, the divorce was finalized. I didn't fight for money or property. The only thing I asked was if Walter could come with me and my son. My husband laughed and said, "Please take him, one less problem for me." So the three of us moved to Walter's old farm, a place my husband always called worthless. The farm was old, but my son loved it. He spent every day helping Walter with chores and listening to his stories. Then something strange started happening. Expensive cars kept showing up and people kept offering to buy the property. Walter refused every offer and wouldn't explain why. One rainy afternoon, my son found a hidden metal box inside the barn. It was filled with maps, contracts, and legal papers. That's when Walter finally told us the truth. Years earlier, a renewable energy company had leased part of the land because it sat on one of the best wind energy locations in the state. The farm everyone thought was worthless was actually worth millions. A year later, Walter took me to his lawyer's office. To my shock, he transferred everything he owned into a trust for my son. The farm, the energy contracts, his savings, everything. I told him he didn't have to do that, but Walter simply smiled and said, "My grandson was there for me when my own son wasn't." For months, nobody knew about it. Then somehow my ex found out. Suddenly, after years of barely speaking to his father, he started calling, sending gifts, and talking about family. One Saturday, he even showed up at the farm carrying flowers and expensive presents. He walked up to Walter with a big smile and said, "Dad, why don't you come live with me? We can be a family again." Walter didn't even touch the flowers. He stood up, looked his son in the eye, and said, "You didn't come because you missed me. You came because you heard about the money." Then he pointed toward the driveway. "Get out of our place."